castings. They'll like have a casting block that'll make like, 100 Matchbox cars at a time. Maybe we just make that real big.
Starting October 1st, 2025, the absolutely devastating $7,500 EV tax credit will be officially and completely eliminated. And naturally, the mind-blowing $4,000 credit for used electric vehicles will vanish along with it. Without these game-changing incentives, luxury EV sales may absolutely crash, and automakers could see inventory levels dramatically spike. In response, consumer demand is expected to pivot toward more affordable, revolutionary alternatives. One standout contender is the highly anticipated Tesla Model 2. Priced incredibly at $17,579. Recently spotted at Tesla's Fremont factory, this compact EV is 15 cm shorter than the Model Y and features a sleek, futuristic design comparable to the breakthrough Cybertruck. So, is it worth the incredible wait? Stay tuned with AutoIntel. What does the Tesla Model 2 look like in stunning detail? An aerial photograph taken on Tesla's Fremont test track captures two crossover-style vehicles moving in perfect harmony, and the composition itself reveals how far the company is willing to deviate from its COD. Familiar Model Y template. The upper unmasked car is immediately recognizable as a current production Model Y. Its stance, black paint, and panoramic glass roof reflecting the design cues that have carried the model since its revolutionary blah. 2020 launch. Directly beneath it, however, rolls a heavily camouflaged prototype whose proportions tell a dramatically different story, even through the shrouds and test car swirl graphics. Measured against the known dimensions of the Model Y, about 4.75 m long with a 2.89 m wheelbase, the newcomer appears appreciably shorter. Using the distance from the B-pillar to the rear bumper as a measuring stick, the prototype trims roughly 10 to 15 cm of overhang, compressing the entire volume into a footprint closer to an impressive 4.6 m. The wheelbase contracts in tandem, signaled by the reduced span between the front doors and the front axle. So, the cabin now sits proportionally farther forward. These shifts are small on paper, but absolutely dramatic in person, lending the smaller Tesla a nimbler, more hatchback-like posture that should translate into a tighter turning circle and easier parking in dense urban cores. Side on, the divergence becomes crystal clearer. The Model Y's greenhouse stretches rearward with a triangular quarter window behind the CPLR, preserving rear seat headroom while visually extending the revolutionary body. The prototype deletes that panel entirely. It could be a more affordable model, similar to the budget version of the game-changing Cybertruck. Its roofline arcs downward sooner, then resolves into a stubby tail with almost no extra metal beyond the rear wheels. This fastback silhouette exchanges interior aerodynamic smoothness, a choice that hints at efficiency targets crucial to a lower-priced electric vehicle. The roof itself supplies another amazing clue where the Model Y shines with a single piece of tinted glass. The prototype wears a solid metal panel, an easier component to stamp, seal, and reinforce, and one that eliminates the cost and thermal load of a full-length skylight. Both the nose and the tail of the smaller car remain under mysterious tarps. But even that concealment speaks volumes. Tesla typically covers only areas undergoing major stylistic evolution. Here, both ends hide in plain sight, suggesting an all-new lighting signature. Perhaps the slender, continuous LED bars previewed on the Cybertruck and the Model 3 Highland refresh. Such a treatment would position the compact as the first member of Tesla's third-generation platform, a skateboard chassis with larger front and rear megacastings, simplified wiring, and structural battery packs. Those engineering moves are not aesthetic alone. They shorten manufacturing time and part counts and open the door to the long-promised sub-$17,000 sticker. Smaller alloy wheels, narrow tires, and conventional steel springs visible under the wheel arches all point to cost savings and mass reduction, which in turn allow a less expensive lithium iron phosphate battery to deliver adequate range. Meanwhile, abandoning the panoramic glass roof and other premium flourishes underlines Tesla's shift from aspirational luxury toward genuine mass mobility. We're halfway through this incredible journey, and if you're loving this content as much as we are, smash that subscribe button right now. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and every single one of you makes this dream possible. When will the Tesla Model 2 officially launch? The fourth quarter of 2025 or in stunning 2026. Tesla initially announced that production of its new vehicle would begin in the first half of 2025, suggesting that preparations may already be well underway. However, it's possible the company is deliberately delaying any official announcement until after the federal EV tax credit expires. This move could be absolutely strategic. By holding off on revealing a more affordable model, Tesla can continue to focus consumer attention on its higher-priced vehicles, maximizing sales during this critical window before the tax incentive disappears. Launching a cheaper alternative too soon might cannibalize demand for these premium models, especially while buyers can still benefit from the amazing credit. As a result, we may not see the new Tesla vehicle hit the market for several more months until the end of this year. As with many things involving Tesla, timing is fluid and closely tied to shifting market conditions. The end of the tax credit appears to be forcing a realignment of strategy, and Tesla seems to be adapting in real time. Once again, Tesla is navigating uncertainty with calculated moves. And the exact moment this new vehicle arrives may be shaped more by policy than production. But now, Tesla's evolving production strategy indicates a multi-phase global rollout. Production in the U.S. is expected to begin in late 2025 at the Texas Gigafactory, with first deliveries anticipated by April 2026. Europe will follow shortly after, with manufacturing slated at the Berlin-Brandenburg Gigafactory, likely starting in early 2026. China, one of Tesla's largest markets, is preparing for localized production as early as late 2025, possibly at the Shanghai plant with deliveries in 2026. India, a newer frontier for Tesla, is also being considered with initial regulatory steps underway. Although a launch there will likely trail behind the core markets, this global sequencing reflects Tesla's logistical constraints, as well as its strategy to address market-specific regulations. Manufacturing efficiencies. Tesla appears to be aligning its product roadmap with both the end of tax incentives and the shifting landscape of EV demand. As inflation and interest rates pressure consumer budgets, the appetite for an affordable EV is growing exponentially. Tesla knows this, but it also understands the risk of prematurely introducing a budget model that could undermine its premium offerings. In classic Tesla fashion, the Model 2 arrival will be a calculated move, likely announced only when it offers maximum strategic value. How does the Tesla Model 2 perform in terms of overall efficiency and driving dynamics? Seen lapping Fremont, Tesla Model 2 reveals its wheelbase is shorter, its overhangs cropped, and projected mass falls below an impressive 1,600 kg. So Tesla can rely on a single rear permanent magnet motor and still claim big car urgency. Company modeling referenced in April 2025 indicates roughly 180 kW, enough for 0 to 60 mph in a stunning 6.2 seconds. Adding a small induction motor up front would pull that under 4.5 seconds. Top speed is intentionally capped at 120 mph, well above real-world limits, yet low enough to protect range and avoid expensive tires. A Lotus fastback roof, flush glazing, and a sealed-under tray chase a drag coefficient near an incredible 0.23. So, at 70 mph, the car draws only 11 kW. That thrift, coupled with a compact but efficient battery, lets the long-range version cover 300 freeway miles between charges, while urban drivers see energy use close to 6.5 km per kilowatt-hour under the floor. Prismatic lithium iron phosphate cells now occupy the 4680 cylindrical shell, reaching about 180 Wh per kilogram while remaining cobalt-free. The higher 438V architecture mates neatly with 4th-generation superchargers, updated cabinets authorized to 325 kW, refilled a pack from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes, and a 10-minute stop restores around 180 miles of range. Even a home wall connector adds 30 miles each hour. So an overnight session easily covers a long commute. In addition, Grok integration is coming to Tesla. Grok is the voice assistant developed by X AI, a powerful chatbot rivaling the capabilities of ChatGPT and Gemini. Enthusiastic Tesla fans recently discovered early signs of this integration within Tesla's software code. The system requires a premium connectivity subscription and must be linked to your existing account. Users will find a dedicated Grok app icon, QR code, login, adjustable settings, including filters for content not suitable for work, and a mode designed specifically for children. Along with multiple assistant voice options such as Aura, Rex, and Gork, this marks what could be a major shift in Tesla's voice command system. While the integration may begin as a novelty or entertainment app, it has the potential to evolve into a comprehensive AI interface capable of controlling various vehicle functions through natural language. Rather than relying on traditional buttons or menus, drivers could soon manage settings, navigation, and more simply by speaking. Looking further ahead, Grok might even integrate with Tesla's full self-driving mode, enabling real-time conversational feedback between driver and vehicle. Imagine telling your car, "Hey, avoid the highway lane, I don't want to pay the toll," and the system immediately adapts the route. This kind of interaction represents a leap towards seamless, intuitive vehicle control. If fully realized, Grok could redefine how drivers interact with their cars, ushering in a new era of intelligent, responsive driving experiences powered by AI. Computation keeps pace. Tesla's forthcoming AI 5 hardware, slated for cars built after December 2025, delivers 10 times the neural throughput of Hardware 4 while still drawing about 100 W full self-driving Beta 12, therefore runs its camera-only pipeline at 60 frames per second. Aided by an 8-camera array and, for the first time in a customer Tesla, a discrete roof edge LiDAR. Compressed footage from each journey streams to the Dojo supercomputer overnight, and refined weight updates flow back before breakfast, so tomorrow's drive is literally smarter than today's. Human-machine lag drops as well. A single 12-inch OLED refreshing at 128Hz anchors the sparse dash because its graphics share CUDA cores with the autonomy chip. Maps and climate sliders move without stutter. Voice commands ride 5G to Tesla's language model. And over the air, updates can tweak inverter firmware as easily as display themes, gifting owners sharper throttle feel overnight. A heat pump, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning reuses motor and battery waste heat, curbing winter range loss to single digits, and acoustic glass keeps the cabin calm at highway pace. Structure follows the speed ethos. Front and rear mega castings bonded to the structural pack cut 36% of welds versus a Model Y and yield a flat cargo floor once the rear seats fold. The frunk shrinks to 60L, yet total load space tops 1,400, enough for 2 bicycles. 8 airbags, including a front center unit, pair with emergency steering that can act at closing speeds up to 140 km per hour. And Tesla expects a 5-star Euro NCAP rating. Rear passengers benefit from a slight theater-style seating angle made possible by the shallow battery, improving visibility and comfort on longer trips. For aesthetically calmer yet functionally quicker. The imagined Model 2 trades bragging rights velocity for the kind of speed that matters in Bangkok rush hour or a Paris backstreet. Speed of acceleration, of charging, of iterative learning. If Tesla meets its revised 2026 schedule, the familiar Model Y will soon feel like the heavier, slower sibling. Proof that real progress is measured not only in seconds but in how smoothly a car slots into everyday life. Why is the current prototype referred to as the Tesla Model 2, not small Model Y? Skeptics argue that the cloaked crossover lapping Fremont is nothing more than a cost-reduced Model Y. Yet, 5 independent lines of evidence, each unrelated to the styling clues already debated, demonstrate that the vehicle is in fact the long-rumored Model 2 that Tesla has codenamed Redwood. First, the supplier calendar lines up with what we see on the track. Reuters reported that Tesla told Tier 1s to be ready for Redwood, a compact crossover, to enter pilot build in mid-2025, after which the same design would migrate to Mexico and a yet unnamed overseas plant. A fully functional mule running durability loops 12 months ahead of that date is exactly where Tesla historically places an all-new program. Whereas facelifted Model Y Juniper bodies have already shipped to showrooms worldwide. If the Fremont car were merely Juniper, it would not be alone on a closed course. It would be sitting in delivery lots. Second, the body itself shows the telltale unboxed architecture Tesla patented last year. In the technical drawings submitted to the World Intellectual Property Organization, major subassemblies such as the front understructure and the rear crash module bolt onto the battery pack before paint, leaving a distinct horizontal seam visible under the doors. Drone footage of the prototype reveals that identical seam flashing, a feature absent from every Model Y shell stamp since 2020, glints in sunlight when the car corners. A facelift cannot introduce a casting interface that deep without scraping every existing welding jig. Only a ground-up platform would justify it. Third, Tesla's shift to a 48V low-voltage network demands an all-new harness layout. Industry notes show the change slashes copper mass and enables lighter actuators, but it also obliges fresh connector geometries and power domain controllers. Engineers can retrofit 48 volts to Cybertruck because its body never went to high-volume presses, but the Model Y's mature tooling is locked at 12 volts. The masked crossover is therefore almost certainly riding the first 48-volt loom meant for series production. A technical divergence too large for a mere derivative. Fourth, the sensor suite on the test car is incompatible with Hardware 4, but matches the leaked Hardware 5 AI5. Tesla enthusiasts froze the video frame and spotted 3 tiny domes recessed in the roof edge positions that correspond to the tri-band radar and thermal cameras described in the AI5 leak, which promises up to 2,500 TOPS of compute. Hardware 5 will debut on the next-gen fleet. Tesla has never backported a brand new computer to a model whose facelift is already in customer hands. Fifth, the powertrain and battery economics tell a coherent Model 2 story. The same Reuters dispatch says Redwood is budgeted around a $25,000 sticker, a target impossible without Tesla's cost break, even milestone for 4,680 cells, announced in April. Because the 4,680 structural pack is both floor and frame, it alters door height and crash pulse behavior. You can't bolt it beneath a legacy Model Y without failing FMVSS side impact. The prototype's ride height is visibly lower than the camera car following it in the video, consistent with the thinner new pack rather than the carryover 2,170 module stack. Critics cite camouflage and familiar glass shapes as proof of a reskinned Model Y, yet camouflage itself is the giveaway. Tesla leaves facelifts naked months before launch. See the Model 3 Highland and Cybertruck beta programs which roamed public streets essentially undisguised. The Fremont Mule, by contrast, hides every location where the unboxed modules fastened precisely the areas the patent diagrams highlight. Concealment is needed only when a new part outline would reveal IP. Do you think Tesla is smart to delay the Model 2 launch until after the EV tax credits expire? Or is it a missed opportunity to dominate the affordable EV segment sooner? Please share your opinion in the comments section below this video. Thanks for watching our video. If you want to explore more exciting information about Tesla EV or Tesla Bot, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to AutoIntel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and your support is what makes this incredible journey possible. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye!